Welcome back, friends and healing family, to another opportunity to learn, grow, and evolve together. Today, I want to dive straight into how to find your therapist or coach. Quick difference between the two: a therapist focused more on the past and is a little bit deeper, whereas a coach is a little bit lighter and focuses more on the future. And so everything that we're talking about in today's video can apply to both. The first question that you probably want to ask is, what do you mean by finding your therapist or finding your coach? What I mean by that is simply finding somebody who is prepared and equipped to meet the needs that you have specifically. One that is aligned with you and that you feel comfortable with and safe with, and that matches your chemistry, so that you're not wasting your time with somebody who's actually going to bring you backwards instead of forwards. Someone who's going to waste your time and waste your money, right? If we're going to do coaching or if we're going to do therapy, we want to be better off at the end. We want to be actualizing the vision that we have for ourselves to experience that higher quality of life, right? To heal through the anxiety, to heal through the depression, or whatever else is holding us back, whatever else is ailing us. Now, what are the 3 steps to finding a therapist or a coach that works best for you, your therapist and your coach? The first and most important step is knowing what you want, knowing your needs that you want to have met, okay? And I will share what my examples are so that you can get an idea of what I'm talking about here. Okay. At the time when I was looking for a new therapist back in 2018, I knew that I was experiencing anxiety specifically. So I wanted somebody who worked well in anxiety, an anxiety specialist. Number 2 is I had been on medication before for anxiety. I did not want medication involved in this chapter of my healing journey. So I didn't want a therapist who was just immediately going to throw me on medication. Number 3, I know that I work best with older women. Maybe just because they have that nurturing motherly vibe. I don't know what it is, but it really works well for me. That was a need for me, a non-negotiable. And number 4 is I knew my budget was under $150 per session. I did not want to spend anything more than that. And lastly, I knew that I wanted to get to a place of clarity and peace within myself so that I can go about my normal day to day with ease and do the things, do the projects and the adventures and things that I wanted to do, okay? So it's really important to know yourself, know what you're experiencing, and know what you want. You could just take some time to sit back and feel where you're at and what you want, creating a little bit of a vision for yourself. And that is a place where you can start to determine what your wants are and what your needs are. Now, once you have that list of your non-negotiable and your needs, you can move on to step number 2. And this is an easy step. It's simply creating a list of therapists or coaches, whatever you're going for. Creating a list of roughly 7, 6, 8 people coming from people that you trust. Maybe you have friends or family that have had success with certain therapists or coaches in the past. Put them on the list. Number 2, ask your insurance company, your town counseling center, or your university for recommendations. I got a lot of recommendations from my university counseling center. I did not ask my insurance, but could be very helpful from an expense finance perspective. And number 3, I went onto psychologist.com and Google to look at other therapists that were highly rated in my area. And after I put this list of about 6 or 7 therapists together, I was able to move on to step number 3. And that is simply just trying the shoes on. Now, most coaches and therapists will have the opportunity to do what is called a discovery call, where you get to see, what that therapist, that coach offers, what your needs are, and get to just know each other. Get to see, does the chemistry fit? Is there a spark? Does this person seem like I can vibe with them. Are they on my level? And in that session, make sure to express exactly what your needs are, what your budget is, that you don't want medication, that you want to work specifically with anxiety. Maybe there's specific tools that you want to work with. And as you share this, they'll be able to say, yes, I work with that. No, I don't work with this. And it will be an easy check mark or X for that person on the list. And by the end of doing a few of these calls, you'll be able to say, okay, that person, I felt good with them. Let me move forward. I liked their loving vibe. I liked their playfulness. I liked how intelligent they sounded when they were explaining what they can offer. And you'll be able to move forward right after that step. That number 4 is getting started. And just a couple benefits, again, of therapy and coaching is that therapy or coaching, they can provide you a safe space to vent and share what you're moving through in an unbiased spot and in a place where it's totally safe. It's not going to be shared with other people. And as you share these things and as you share your vulnerabilities, you'll be able to get a professional outside macro perspective on what you're experiencing and have somebody that can see the blind spots, see where you're getting caught up in those negative thought patterns, and see where you're getting caught up in those intrusive thoughts so that you can move forward. And as you do that, and as you get those macro perspectives and those outside perspectives, the coach or the therapist can provide you with tools to use when you get caught up in these intrusive thoughts or these old habits, whatever they might be. And that support as you practice these tools so that you can get better and better at them and have somebody who's acting as your foundation and as your accountability partner as you move forward. Now, a couple of things to be aware of here is that although this seems very overwhelming and it's like a whole 3-step process, I can tell you that it is extraordinarily worth it, because if you don't go about this finding a therapist in an intentional way, you can end up with somebody who really is going to bring you backwards or just is not going to be helpful at all, and you'll stay stagnant. You don't want that, because at the end of the day, we're here to evolve. We're here to have that higher quality of life, have that higher vibration where we can have that peace, that clarity, that happiness, whatever else it is that you want in your vision. This can help streamline you to get there quicker, okay? And have patience with yourself as you're going about it. I ended up having 3 discovery calls before I actually chose this is my person. I didn't need to get to the 6th person because I felt so good with my 3rd session, I think it was. And I was really happy with that. So have patience with yourselves. Don't rush into anything, and you'll be able to find the shoe that fits and that will get you running into that vision that you have set out for yourself. This has been extraordinarily helpful for me. And if you guys have questions on any of the specific steps that are involved here, please feel free to drop them below. As I mentioned in previous videos, I personally am starting coaching in January, February of 2022, and I would love to work one-on-one with some of you that are watching these videos, because at the end of the day, I love sharing this content, and to have more of a intimate one-on-one type of relationship to work on specific challenges is really the goal. That's part of my vision. And so I'll be offering that as a coach, not a therapist, in January, February 2022. So let me know if you are interested in that. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you guys in the comments below, maybe on my social media. Instagram is where I am at most, or Facebook. Feel free to drop comments or questions in my DMs if you want them to be private. And before I forget, I have these close friends that started a clothing company called Trigger Me Tees. You can find them at triggermetees.com, and they have all of these positively triggering words that start really nice conversations and can even blossom relationships. Like I, for instance, met the owners in a bathroom of a restaurant in Tulum, Mexico. He was wearing a shirt that said motivate. I said I really liked it. And now, 8 months later, we talk regularly and we're good friends. All because of a shirt. And that is powerful. Anyway, I shall see you very, very soon on the next video or on my social media. Much love.